Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Trackman 44 here. Hey, we live out in the country, and like I tell you all the time, we don't pick up and just run to town and go buy stuff that we need because it's just aggravating to do so. Now, right now, what I got to do is I got to make an extension cord for a plasma cutter to work in a shed where I don't have the correct plug. It's still a 240 volt, and it's adequate and capable of handling the load of the plasma cutter, but I don't have the right configuration of plug. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make a short extension cord that's going to adapt the kind of plug that I've got to the kind of plug that I need. And the one that I need is this particular one here, which is it's got 4 wires on, 4-prong plug, and it's a 50 amp 240 volt. Okay, so these things have these the wires come in from the back side. Well, this has to have a specific enclosure on it to make it safe and everything. Don't have one. I'm not going to waste a trip to town. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a little quick sheet metal hack and make a box for this that obviously it's not UL listed. You can't use it on a job site or anything. But to make it safer for yourself in your own shop, if you got just the basic hand tools and a vise, you can actually make this by hand. And I'm going to go ahead and lay out and make a box that's going to make this just a little safer than just having wires hanging out the back side for your grandkids to step over barefoot, in the summertime. Totally temporary. This is not to be done, with the intention of it being permanent, but it'll sure get you out of the woods whenever you need to. Now, I like to have plenty of room inside an electrical box, just because. And like I say, I'll probably just stomp this, throw it in the trash when I get the regular box anyway. What we got to do is measure exactly what we need, 4 by 3, and then I think we're going to go with probably 3 inches deep. So armed with that information, you can just come right out here and make you bottom of the box. That right there is virtually everything you're going to need. Now what we have to do is go back to the business of adding the dimensions to it so we know how big to cut and how to notch. So if we want this 3 inches wide, this is going to be 3 inches, and 3 inches tall, it's going to be 3 inches and 3 inches. We're going to put a 1/2 inch 90, 3 inches deep, 4 inches long, and 3/4 out here. There's a reason for that. All these tabs here are 1/2 inch except for the 2 3/4 on the top. So we have 3, 6, 9 plus 1. So it's going to be 10 inches in width. So now we got 4, 11, 12 and a half in length. Double check that. 4, 6 and 4 is 10, 11 and a half in length. 4, 3 and 3, so that's 6 and 4 is 10, plus that 3/4 is 11 and a half. So our cut size is going to be 10 inches by 11 and 1/2. So we know we want a 3/4 inch tab here and a 3/4 inch tab up there. So we're going to mark 3/4 inch here and then a 1/2 inch on the outside edge. So we'll go ahead and put us a 1/2 inch over here. Now that's our beginning point. All we have to do is come in 3 inches off of that 1/2 inch mark. We'll come up in 2 places. And we're just going to go right across the page. Okay, there's 3 inches there. Then we want 3 inches in width. And we want another 3 inches in height. And then a 1/2 inch for the top. Side, bottom, side. Now we're starting here. We got the 3/4 inch made, so we go down with our height. So we'll go 3 inches because remember it's 3 inches deep. 2 places. We have 4 inches across. Then 3 inches in height. And then the other 3/4 inch off of this other side. That's our 3/4 lift. There's a 3 inch in height, 4 inch in depth of the box, and then the height. So this is it right here. I'm just going to cover it in magic marker for you. There you have the basic layout. Now you can see we're going to fold up the 4 corners. We're going to have these tabs to bend to the inside, and then we're either going to pop rivet them, screw them, or we'll spot weld on these guys here. You can put a slight bend on that to get it going where we want it to go. Going to let that go for now. This is where the box and pan comes in handy. We're going to take out these guys here and leave this guy because that's a 3-inch. We're going to put that 3-inch right inside the box. Just move that guy. With all of these bent partially, you have to decide which tabs you want on the outside. Gets a little warm after a number of spot welds. But anyway, there you have it right there. What I'll do is I'll come in from the bottom with a squeeze connector and put the wires right straight into this guy back here in the back. We'll run sheet metal screws right in here up at the top, hold it in place. I think as tight as it is, don't even need a cap or cover or anything like that. And this is going to be just fine for what I need to use it for right here in my shop. Again, it's not UL listed, you know, but it is just something quick and simple, you know, that you can make to get you out of a bind and keep you from making a 3-hour trip to town, you know, if you don't need to, but you need that cord right now. Had to get down to a t-shirt. The fire got going too good in here. Hey, but here you are. Completed extension cord right here, non-UL listed, but it's definitely better than just bare wires hanging out of the back of a 240 volt receptacle. Like I said, temporary until I get a chance to get me a box whenever I'm in town. But actually, this is not too awfully bad. It's not too awfully bad. Hey, and the thing of it is, the way I laid that out and the way I added those dimensions to it and all that stuff, you can use that same principle to make all kinds of boxes, you know, one-piece boxes. You have to be a little creative if you don't have a box and pan brake, which I know most of you don't. But you have to be a little creative with various scraps of angle iron that you can actually cut to different lengths and chuck up in your vise, and you can use the angle irons as a bending edge, and you can do some pretty cool stuff. And then of course you have to have an anvil, just an old railroad rail or something like that, and a mallet or a small tinner's hammer or something. So this time it is for sure TrackMan 44, and I am out of here, guys.